ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి, జేఈఈ అయినా, నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Yes, continuation to the last class. Before going to the life history of Wuchereria pancrafti, at first you have to know what are the differences between the Ascaris and Wuchereria. Differences between Ascaris and Wuchereria. So before going to the life history of Wuchereria, at first you have to know what are the differences between the Ascaris and Wuchereria. So definitely Ascaris and Wuchereria. What is the common name of Ascaris? It is commonly called as Indian roundworm. Indian roundworm. Ascaris is commonly called as the Indian roundworm. It is commonly called as filarial worm. This is commonly called as the filarial worm. In Ascaris, mouth is surrounded by 3 chitinous lips, but they are not present in the case of the Wuchereria. So definitely mouth is surrounded by 3 chitinous lips. In the case of the both male and female Ascaris, mouth is surrounded by the chitinous lips, but in Wuchereria, mouth is without chitinous lips. Without chitinous lips. Chitinous lips are absent in Wuchereria around to the mouth. In the case of the Ascaris in male, near the cloaca, equal sized pineal setae or copulatory spicules are present. But in the case of the Wuchereria in the male, near the cloaca, unequal sized copulatory spicules are present. Definitely in male Ascaris, 2 equal sized pineal setae are present. Definitely in the case of the male Ascaris, near to the cloaca, 2 equal sized pineal setae are present. But in male Wuchereria, 2 unequal sized pineal setae are present. two unequal sized pineal setae are present. Definitely they are equal in size in the case of the ascaris. They are unequal in size in the case of the Wuchereria. Definitely female ascaris is oviparous in nature. Oviparous means egg laying. Definitely after the copulation, female ascaris can lay for about 2 lakhs of the eggs per day. So definitely female ascaris only lays the egg, that may not be gives the birth to the young one, that may not directly gives the birth to the young one. So that only it is said to be as the oviparous. Female ascaris can lay about 2 lakhs of the eggs per day after copulation. So that only that is said to be as the oviparous. But female Wuchereria, is ovoviviparous. Ovoviviparous in nature. What is the meaning of the ovoviviparous? Means after copulation, female Wuchereria releases eggs into its body. For example, just assume after getting the completion of the copulation, this female Wuchereria releases eggs into its body but not into human's lymph vessel. After completing the copulation, female Wuchereria releases eggs into its body. Later that eggs gets developed into larvae. While they are present in the mother's body, they will be gets developed into the larvae. This larvae later gets released to the out. Larvae is not completely maturated young one. So that only this kind of the immature state of larvas are later gets released to the out. That kind of the nature is said to be as the ovoviviparous. Definitely after completing the copulation between the male and female, this female releases eggs into its own body. Inside of its body, that eggs are started development without taking nourishment from the mother body into the larvae. Without taking nourishment means what? These eggs themselves, without receiving nutrient material from the mother's body, they will be gets developed into the larvae. Later that larvas are released into the human lymph. In that way, from this kind of the female Wuchereria, eggs may not be gets directly releases into the human lymph or into the human lymph vessel. This eggs are at first releases into the female body itself. Later they may be started development inside of the female Wuchereria body without taking nutrients from the mother body into the larvae. Later larvas are gets releases from the female Wuchereria into human lymph vessel. That kind of the nature is said to be as the ovoviviparous. In that way, Ascaris is commonly called as the Indian roundworm, Wuchereria is commonly called as the filarial worm. Mouth is surrounded by the three chitinous lips in the case of the Ascaris. In the case of the Wuchereria, chitinous lips are not present around to the mouth. In male Ascaris, two equal sized pineal setae are present, but in the case of the male Wuchereria, two unequal sized pineal setae are present. Female Ascaris is oviparous, means that only lays the eggs directly into the human blood or into the lumen of the small intestine. Definitely female Ascaris lays about 2 lakhs of the eggs into the lumen of the small intestine. So that only that is said to be as the oviparous. But after completing the copulation in the female Wuchereria lays eggs itself in its body, and while that eggs are present inside of its body, they starts development into the larvae without receiving nutrients from the mother body. That nature is said to be as the ovoviviparous. These are the differences between the Ascaris and Wuchereria. Next, life cycle of Wuchereria bancrofti. Continuation is the life cycle of Wuchereria bancrofti. Definitely, as we are discussed earlier, this Wuchereria is a digenetic parasite. This Wuchereria is digenetic parasite, means it completes its life cycle in 2 different species of the host. If a parasite completes its life cycle in 2 different species of the host, then we can say that is the digenetic parasite. Then what are the 2 different species of the hosts which are required for completion of the life cycle of the Wuchereria? Means one is the man, he is the primary host. Second one is the female, Culex mosquito. It is the secondary host as well as biological vector. It is the secondary host as well as biological vector. So definitely female Culex mosquito is the secondary host to the Wuchereria bancrofti, and also it is responsible for spreading of this Wuchereria from person to person. So that only it is the biological vector. Next, what is the life cycle of the Wuchereria in the human? Definitely life cycle of Wuchereria in human. What is the life cycle of the Wuchereria in the case of the human? Means in the case of the human, male female Wuchererias are gets coiled with each other in lymph vessel. Definitely where the Wuchereria bancrofti gets leaves means in the lymph vessels or in lymph glands of our body. Definitely these male females are coiled with each other during the copulation. During the copulation, This male female eukaryotic Bancroftis are coiled with each other. During that, male transfer sperm cells into the female body. That is said to be as the copulation. During the copulation, male female eukaryotic Bancroftis are coiled with each other. During that, definitely male transfer the sperm cells into the female body. Thus, inside of the female body, eggs are gets fertilized. Later, that kind of the eggs, while they are present inside of the mother's body, starts development and reaches to the larvae. What kind of the larvas are gets formed means Microfilaria larvae. Just assume this kind of the larvas are said to be as the Microfilaria larvae. Definitely, after completing the copulation in lymph vessels of person, male females are separated from each other. Later, fertilization is taken place inside of the female body. Later, zygotes are formed inside of the female body. Later, that zygotes starts development while they are present inside of the female body, and they may be finally reaches to the larval stage. This larval stage is said to be as the sheathed microfilaria. Sheathed microfilaria larvae. Why we say it is sheathed means around to the microfilaria larvae, loose cuticular sheath is present. Definitely, this sheathed microfilaria larvae are releases from the female eukaryotic Bancrofti into the lymph of the person. Definitely, in the case of the lymph vessel, fluid which is present, that is said to be as the lymph. That is said to be as the lymph. At first, sheathed microfilaria larvae are releases from female eukaryotic into the lymph of the person. This sheathed microfilaria larva is about with 0.2 to 0.3 mm in length. Definitely, length of that kind of the sheathed microfilaria larva is about 0.2 to 0.3 mm in length. Later, at first they releases into the lymph. Means definitely in the lymph vessel, fluid which is present, that is said to be as the lymph. From this lymph, they reaches into the blood. Definitely inside of blood, this sheathed microfilaria larva shows a specific type of the migration, that is said to be as the nocturnal periodicity. They shows the nocturnal periodicity. In the blood of the person, sheathed microfilaria larva exhibit nocturnal periodicity. What is the meaning of the nocturnal periodicity? Means during the night time, during the night time between the 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. this sheathed microfilarial larva reaches to peripheral blood vessel. What is the meaning of the peripheral blood vessel? That is nothing but veins. Definitely in our body, veins are present superficially. Veins are present on the surface of the body. So that kind of the blood vessels are said to be as the peripheral blood vessel, that is the vein. During the night time, between the 10 p.m. to 4 a.m., this sheathed microfilarial larva reaches to the peripheral blood vessel, and during the daytime, means between the 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Definitely during the daytime, this sheathed microfilarial larva reaches to deeper blood vessels. Deeper blood vessels, that means artery. Deeper blood vessels are nothing but arteries. Because artery is always present in deeper area of body, near to the visceral organs, these arteries are present deeply. So definitely during the night time, between the 10 p.m. to 4 a.m., sheathed microfilarial larva reaches to the peripheral blood vessel and circulate in peripheral blood vessel, but during the daytime, that will be reaches to the deeper blood vessel, that is the artery. In that way, during the night time, if it can be circulated in peripheral blood vessel, during the daytime, if it is reaches to the deeper blood vessel, then that kind of the migration is said to be as the nocturnal periodicity. That is said to be as the nocturnal periodicity. Nocturnal periodicity nothing but during the night time between the 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. sheathed microfilarial larva circulate in peripheral blood vessels in our body. During the daytime, that means from the 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., this sheathed microfilarial larva remains or appears in artery, that is in deeper blood vessel. This kind of the mode of circulation, this kind of the mode of the migration between the deeper blood vessels and peripheral blood vessel is said to be as the nocturnal periodicity. Then what is the reason for reaching this microfilarial larva to the peripheral blood vessel during the night time? Means definitely during the night time between the 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. persons are deep in sleep. During that, there may be most chances to bite the mosquito for sucking of the blood. Definitely sheathed microfilarial larva may not be furtherly developed in the case of the human. Sheathed microfilarial larva have to be reaches into female Culex mosquito for further development. So that only to easily reaches into the female Culex mosquito body during the night time, it will be reaches to peripheral blood vessel. Whenever the female Culex mosquito bite a person who is in deep sleep during the night time, definitely during that along with the blood, this sheathed microfilarial larva easily reaches into the gut of the mosquito. So definitely nocturnal periodicity is meant for reaching of sheathed microfilarial larva into the female Culex mosquito. Because during the daytime persons are very active. During the daytime persons may not be allowed for biting of the mosquitoes. So that only during the night time, these persons whenever they are in deep sleep, then there may be more chances to bite the female Culex mosquito. So that only sheathed microfilaria larva reaches to the peripheral blood vessel during the night time between the 10 pm to 4 am. During that, whenever the female Culex mosquito bite a person who is with the sheathed microfilaria larva in his blood, definitely along with the sucked blood, this sheathed microfilaria larva reaches into the midgut or gut of the mosquito. In that way, how many days this sheathed microfilaria larva shows this nocturnal periodicity in the case of the human means up to 70 days. Up to 70 days, this sheathed microfilaria larva shows the nocturnal periodicity in the blood of the human. Unfortunately, even after 17th day, even after 70th day, if this sheathed microfilaria larva is not able to reaches the gut of the female Culex mosquito, then itself on 71st day, on 71st day, on 71st day, the sheathed microfilaria larva itself disintegrated in the blood of the person. So that definitely up to 70 days, this sheathed microfilaria larva continuously shows the nocturnal periodicity, means during the night time that visit the peripheral blood vessel, during the daytime that resides in the deeper blood vessel, until that maybe reaches to the female Culex mosquito up to the 70th day, that maybe shows this kind of the nocturnal periodicity. So fortunately within 70 days, if this kind of the female Culex mosquito bite a person during the night time for the sucking of the blood, then this sheathed microfilaria larva reaches to the gut of the mosquito. Definitely female Culex mosquito, female Culex mosquito, if it can be bite a healthy person who is with the sheathed microfilaria larva, definitely through the sucking of the blood, sheathed microfilaria larva reaches to gut of female Culex mosquito. Definitely into the gut of the female Culex mosquito, this sheathed microfilaria larva is reaches. Means what is the infective stage of the Wuchereria to the female Culex mosquito, means sheathed microfilaria larva is the infective stage to female Culex mosquito in the life cycle of the Wuchereria bankrupting. Definitely in female Culex mosquito, sheathed microfilaria larva later it reaches to midgut of mosquito. Then what is the midgut? What is the midgut means? In the case of the mosquito, this gut is differentiated into 3 distinct regions. In the case of the mosquito or in the case of the insect, gut is differentiated into 3 distinct zones. One is said to be as the foregut. One is said to be as the foregut. Second one is said to be as the midgut. Third one is said to be as the hindgut, like this. This is said to be as the foregut. This is the midgut. This is the hindgut. In the case of this insects, this gut is differentiated into three distinct regions. This is the foregut, this is the midgut, this is said to be as the hindgut. In that way, in the case of the insects, not only the mosquito but also in the cockroach, this gut is differentiated into three distinct zones. One is said to be as the foregut, second one is the midgut, third one is the hindgut. Definitely this sheathed microfilaria larva reaches to the midgut of mosquito within 2 to 6 hours of infection. Whenever this sheathed microfilaria larva reaches into female Culex mosquito gut, at first that reaches to the foregut, from where that is reaches to the midgut. Within 2 to 6 hours, it reaches the midgut, and within 2 to 6 hours, sheath which is present around to the microfilaria larva gets dissolved. Definitely, within 2 to 6 hours, within 2 to 6 hours, within 2 to 6 hours, sheath is dissolved. Definitely in the case of the midgut of mosquito, sheath which is present around to the microfilaria larvae, that sheath gets removed. Cuticular sheath which is present around to the microfilaria larva, that gets dissolved in the midgut of the mosquito within 2 to 6 hours of infection. Later, this exsheathed microfilaria larva which gets formed means like this. Exsheathed microfilaria means microfilaria larvae which is not with the sheath, that is said to be as the exsheathed microfilaria larvae. That gets transformed into saucer shape. That gets transformed into saucer shape. That is said to be as the sausage larvae. That will be gets transformed into saucer shape. That is said to be as the sausage larvae. Sausage larvae or first stage microfilaria. First stage microfilaria larvae. Definitely within 2 hours after getting the dissolving of sheath, around to the microfilaria, then onwards that larvae is said to be as the exsheathed microfilaria larvae. Within 2 hours after formation of the exsheathed microfilaria larvae, this larva becomes as the saucer shape or the cup shape. Saucer or cup shaped larvae, that is said to be as the sausage larvae or the first stage microfilaria. Definitely, after getting the dissolving of sheath, this exsheathed microfilaria larva is not retained in midgut. This exsheathed microfilaria larvae penetrate the wall of the midgut and reaches to the blood of the mosquito. Blood of the mosquito is said to be as the hemocoel. Blood of the mosquito is said to be as the hemocoel. Definitely exudated microfilaria larva comes out from the midgut into the blood. That blood of mosquito is said to be as the hemocoel, from where that reaches to thoracic muscle. That reaches to thoracic muscle, definitely that reaches to hemocoel. Hemocoel means blood of the mosquito, from where that reaches to thoracic muscle of mosquito. What is the meaning of the thoracic muscle? Heart muscle, or the muscles which are present in the thoracic region is said to be as the thoracic muscle. Definitely inside of the thoracic muscle, within 2 days, it will be gets converted into the cup shaped larvae, that is said to be as the sausage. That is the sausage larvae, or first stage microfilaria larvae. Definitely after completing dissolving of the sheath in midgut, after entering of this sheathed microfilaria larva into the midgut of mosquito, within 2 to 6 hours, sheath which is present around to this sheathed microfilaria larva is dissolved and formed the exudated microfilaria. Exudated microfilaria later penetrate midgut wall and comes out from the midgut into the blood, that is said to be as the hemocoel. Later from the blood, that is reaches to the thoracic muscle. In the chest region, whatever the muscles which are present in the mosquito, that is said to be as the thoracic muscle. In the thoracic muscle, within 2 days, that will acquire a cup shape, that will be transformed into the cup shaped larvae, that is said to be as the sausage larvae, or the first stage microfilaria larvae. You should remember here, within 2 hours after getting the formation of the exudated microfilaria larva, that will be reaches to the hemocoel. Means the time duration which is taken for coming out of exudated microfilaria larva into the hemocoel from the midgut is only 2 hours. Within 2 hours, this exudated microfilaria larva comes out from the midgut into the blood, again reaches to the thoracic muscle. Within 2 days, it will be gets transformed into the sausage larvae, or first stage microfilaria larvae. Later, this sausage shaped larva undergoes first molting. That undergoes the first molting